Tessa has magic hands.
She is a beautiful soul, and I always tell her she's an angel walking on earth.
She's just a wonderful person.
I like to think of Tessa as a fairy. She definitely has magical gifts.
I'm a physical therapist, so I'm also a healthcare provider. And, you know, we're all taught the same thing in school, but I think what sets a provider apart is how much they care. And Tessa, you can just tell she puts her heart and soul into it, and she wants to help you and figure out what's going on. And she'll do anything to make that happen for you.
She's such a nurturing person, and she is a caring person. She's a healer.
She is probably one of the most magical people I've ever met, just in general. And then add that to all of the knowledge she brings on different kinds of medicines and herbs and treatments and styles. She's just unique in every way.
Tessa is not only just knowledgeable, she's passionate about it. She cares about our well-being.
She's always asking and following up and saying how I'm doing after a session.
When I first met her, I thought, well, what a sweet, nice, caring person. And it stayed true. At first I thought, oh, that can't be for real. You know, I'm such a skeptic. But it is for real.
She really wants us to feel better.
That's what makes her session so special. It's not just the needles, it's the conversation you have with Tessa. She really genuinely cares deeply about your issues and helping you get past whatever it is you're working on.
Tessa has an aura about her that she transfers that into her patients, and I feel it. I feel her, and she's just very giving of herself this way.
At my age, I've got a multiplicity of ailments. I mean, you know, there's not a part of my body that doesn't have something going on that's not good. And I have a lot of doctors, and they take care of some things, like I have an oncologist for the cancer and so forth. But I felt like I needed something different, something more. So when I met Tessa, I liked her personality, I liked her caring nature, so I decided to give it a try.
I'd never had acupuncture before, but I was getting to know Tessa, and she had talked to me about it some, and I thought, well, why don't I give it a shot? And she was amazing, and I was an immediate convert.
I had a small session with her, and I immediately loved her. And ever since, she's been part of my life.
I've done physical therapy, I've done all kinds of chiropractic, and nothing seems to relieve the pain and the sciatic. So I said, Tessa had a 30-minute session that she does every once in a while, and so I said, let me give it a go, and I fell in love with it. And I noticed that it started out like a couple of days after that I would starting to feel the pain again, but now I can go for a week at a time, and it's there, but it's not the pain that I felt once upon a time.
I've had some digestive issues going on, inflammation, energy issues, kind of feeling low energy for a while, and also some inner ear things that I talked with her about, and she was able to help me with all of them.
I started seeing Tessa about a year ago. I was living in DC during the pandemic. I was living in a studio basement apartment. I got sucked into a really sad, dark, scary situational depression. I moved back home, thank goodness, and my mom recommended I see Tessa. I saw her weekly for several months, and she put me on the Chinese herbs for depression called Shine, and then we switched over to a different herb called Calm, which was for my anxiety. So it was slow recovery, but as I'm looking at my life now, it's been 1 whole year since I've started seeing Tessa regularly, and I am shining with joy. I'm in a healthy, happy relationship. I'm self-employed. I'm strong enough to work for myself. She changed my life.
It's unbelievable. I feel like a new woman.
I've noticed less inflammation for sure. more regular with my digestive issues that I had going on, more energy, and just overall feeling a little bit more positive and well-rounded.
I'm able to do more and without being in pain.
I have completely become myself again, my happy self, my sparkle is back.
I have had more energy lately. I've always been called the Energizer Bunny, but I said these last 2 years have kind of run out my battery, and so that's helped.
I've had a period of time where I had extreme stress and crisis related to my work. It was my digestive that really was extremely painful, and really there was nothing to do. I had all kinds of tests with endoscopy and all that, and she healed me.
The biggest change is just an overall feeling of well-being and happiness.
After a session with Tessa, I feel like a cloud of joy, like I'm just floating through life. Everything looks beautiful, everything feels easy.
In the bed, I feel like I'm sunk in it. I feel like I've surrendered. I'm so calm, I'm so relaxed. I have zero pain. Even if I had one pain in particular, it's gone. I feel great. So it's like a spiritual event for me.
I'm feeling pretty euphoric. I mean, I really, really am. I feel like totally relaxed. I sleep better that night.
I said, is this unusual to feel floaty? She said, oh no, that's very common. And I do. I feel very floaty, which is not like me. My feet are usually very firmly on the ground. And I feel relaxed, which is also not like me. I'm a type A, so I'm never relaxed.
I have jumped off that table and felt like Superwoman before. I've cried, tears of joy. So, I mean, it's kind of been all over the map, but the common denominator is I always feel really good.
It definitely makes me relaxed, and it's like exponentially increased after every single session.
I would try Tessa first before other places because I've had acupuncturists before and I've never had anyone like Tessa. It's not like an instant change in you, it's a progression, and I would highly recommend to take a block of sessions because it makes all the difference once you get into that rhythm.
She adds her own special touches to each session. She has little bells, she blesses you and calls in your ancestors or your higher angels, whatever you want to call into the room, she's going to bring it there for you and just make it unique.
Go into it with an open mind. Don't expect a miracle that day, but expect something. You're going to feel something.
I look forward to each visit.
I recommend acupuncture to literally everyone now because it does work, and so many people suffer from depression, anxiety, all of these mental health issues. I'm constantly saying, just try acupuncture, just give it a try Tessa.
Just go for it with a positive mindset and embrace it and enjoy it and relax and take it in. It's a really fun experience. You kind of feel like you're treating yourself. And like I said, she puts her whole heart into it and you feel appreciated when you leave the office.
Tessa has been a great addition to my life, personally and as my healer. And I would recommend her to any and everyone, and I do, as a matter of fact. I recommend her all the time. But I would just say you'd be lucky to be in Tessa's care.
If you have a health issues that is not, lethal, that requires a surgery and things like that, I would highly recommend anyone to to be treated with acupuncture because it works and it changed my life.